is CBS.
When they want cartoons, but you can't afford the time or cost to make them for the org of the TV junkies, young girls and boys who need hair fit between extra toys. Find a family screenwriter, do some mushrooms, get a set designer, high on menus, hire a costume maker, go to the moon, act weird puppeteers, and crack that piercing you and make the Shaturday morning
Meanwhile, at the Hall of
Justice.
Justice. Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Shaturday morning Dyna-Show, where we dig up the 1970s just to make absolutely sure they're dead. Once again, this is the Dyna Squad, keeping cool on a summer morning. But with what are they keeping cool? Let's go around the country and find out. Skip Alzheimer in North Carolina, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some delicious frosty root beer. Root beer was my soda of choice as a kid, and either it was Frosty or some store brand or A&W that I would have. We had A&W stands up in Ohio, and I didn't get into the Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola until much later in my life. So
Interesting.
Cheers.
Good. And off in Oakland, California, Roy Miles, what you drinking?
It's an international beverage. It's a Japanese apple soda that, if you read the description, if you know Japanese, I think it says collection year description blue fruit flavor. So.
You got to love a beverage that doesn't translate well.
Yes.
And here in Brooklyn, New York, I'm going boring once again with a big frosty mug of LaCroix, the least flavorful. You can't even call it soda, really. It's a natural sparkling water.
Bubble water.
What flavor is it? Coconut?
This is the coconut flavor. I tried to go a little bit exotic.
Pretty good. That's very exotic.
Yeah, it's something.
It's summery.
So does it smell like suntan lotion?
It doesn't taste strong enough to have a smell, is the situation.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how weak LaCroix famously. There are all these jokes about it tastes like somebody dreamed about a lemon, and then went to work at the seltzer plant. And
I never seen one, but I had a dream.
yeah. So that's and I'm Tim, of course. I guess I got my name right there. And we always like to start the show with a hardcore shot of 70s nostalgia. So let's see how well you remember this.
Shoot us right.
Boy, my favorite class is lunch.
Yes.
I'm buying some chocolate layer cake, cherry pie, cookies, and soda pop.
Goodness abominable. Sweets are nice once in a while, but you can't live on them. A balanced meal can taste good, too.
Well, maybe you're right. I'll get the hot lunch.
I'm having a salad, soup, milk, and this lovely orange.
Do.
Abominable, what are you doing?
Balancing my meal.
A teeny consumer tip from your Better Business Bureau.
Oh my gosh. Excellent. Now you're dusting off the cobwebs.
There you go.
That is some good stuff. That is some.
So
classic
I have
stuff.
an hour-long film featuring those puppets.
Oh.
Is it Paul Ritz puppets? I can't remember.
I
who
do
the
not
puppets
know.
were.
Workshop did those puppets. They're not bad, I suppose. They're not Muppets, but they're pretty good.
I'm pretty into those puppets, man. I gotta
Yeah,
see
and
these.
so they used to do a show with I don't know if you remember, with Pink Panther. It was a Pink Panther Abominable Snowman show. So they
wow.
Pink Panther shorts, and then they would have
he
these
would host.
interstitials with the puppets.
Wow.
What year was that?
Oh, geez, like early 70s. Man, I was a little kid. But
I remember
the film I have-
Abominable. I remember him entirely. I don't remember a show, but I do remember him.
Yeah.
Those commercials got a lot of play in like the
lot of
6:30
play.
to 7 slot really early. I think they were our version of the PSAs for adults where they told you to write to Pueblo, Colorado for a free pamphlet.
Right.
We got the Better Business Bureau
That's
spots
the
instead.
stop
But
eating
the
crap
show
for lunch.
that I have with them that's a whole hour show is basically they're in DC and then suddenly nobody can speak. Everybody is silent. And so they're trying to go around to try to figure out why nobody can speak.
This is about censorship.
I don't know what it's called. The Great Silence. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to.
Oh,
watch
I'm gonna go. I'll be watching that as soon as we're done. Thank you for
It's very, very strange.
programming my evening.
Okay, so we got a lot to take care of today. Today we're going to be looking. Let me bring back this ad that I think we saw on our pilot episode. The right side of the column here gives you the Croft Super Show. We've already covered Captain Cool and the Kongs. And for today's show, we're skipping down past Wonderbug and Dr. Shrinker to uncrack all the mysteries underlying Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl.
The crown jewel of my puberty.
The spectacular super heroine program of the 70s. And this also, is... This is one of the seeds of our show, or at least the title of this show. I think I promised an explanation of why we call it the Dyna-Show. That throws some people, some younger people who don't remember when Dyna was the most overused prefix of the 1970s.
Right.
I put this presentation, just to be absolutely complete, I wanted... The root of it is Greek. It is originally Greek, from the Greek meaning power or ability. And it's probably most famous for the explosive dynamite, or if you're a kid of the 70s, the magazine Dynamite.
Greatest magazine ever.
There you go. There were a lot of news sources reporting on the Captain and Tennille, but you trusted Dynamite.
News. Yes.
Dynamite was really trustworthy. Jimmy Walker, of course, used the variant form
Dynamite,
which is less common, but the OED says that it's still standard. But again, this prefix was all over the place. Hanna-Barbera was giving us Dino Mutt, the dog wonder.
Yes.
There was the Tic Tacs ripoff called Dyna Mints from the Dentine people. And ultimately, it was so popular that the Crofts couldn't say no to giving us Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl. And my research also turned up this. That's probably something different. I wouldn't worry about that. I'll just get rid of that there. So,
Dyna-Show.
So we are going to be seeing Deidre Hall, who has been in over 5,000 episodes of Days of Our Lives.
Wow.
A show that she started appearing on in 1976, the same year this episode started. So she is a soap opera Methuselah, to be sure. And we'll also be seeing the girl who played Dyna-Girl, who hasn't been seen since like 1978.
I see her in my dreams.
Yeah? Oh, there you go. That's nice. We're going to be seeing a lot here. We're going to be seeing what Sid and Marty Krofft think feminism is. I don't want to give away too much, but the real message of this show is that girls can get it done and they can solve crimes and put bad guys away as long as they're wearing a magic wrist computer that can do literally anything and that a man invented.
Girl Dyna boss power.
Yeah, the computer does all the work, but you get to stand in the same room and look nice.
That's similar to my job.
Arch feminist message of this. And so I guess it's about 11:30 on Saturday morning as the opening credits to Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl are starting. So let's just see what this is all about.
With the awesome Jackson 5 ripoff by the Osmonds.
Is it
young Donnie Osmond?
Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl, fighting all evil deeds.
Oh boy.
Each writes for a magazine, hiding the life she leads. Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl. Something to Electra, face by Electra, comp they wear. Laurie and Judy dare to face any criminal anywhere. Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl.
right? Already off the bat, there's so much to get into.
I mean, the total Batman, like they saw Batman, they were like, let's make that show.
Yeah, they saw 1966 Batman, and they said it's good, but it's a little nuanced and hard to follow. Maybe if we went broader with it,
a little bit broader.
One thing I noticed, they have a middle-aged man running the computer, which serves to show how the teen computer whiz was not a trope yet. It was still the 70s.
Right.
And war games. So I think the next voice we're going to hear is the narrator, who was also the voice of Robbie the Robot in Forbidden Planet. So there is a pretty good pedigree.
Let me just say that song, I'm amazed that I rememp that song.
Oh,
it is. Yeah. When you start playing it, I was like, wow. It's
immediately catchy. It's super catchy. It is a rip off of a Jackson 5 song. So it's just like it's a Motown hit.
So here.
What's happening at the Magnolia?
In the seedy, rundown section of the city, a theater, its stage once graced by the superstars of days long past, stands forgotten and abandoned. No longer is it filled with the sounds of laughter and applause, only with dusty cobwebs and an oppressive silence. Silence? Is that music, or is it merely the echo of past triumphs?
Cyber, you are indeed a dude for sore eyes.
Did you say something, Glitter Rock?
Cotton in your ears again.
Hey, man, I really dig this gig you're planning. But you know, the last time I heard those freaky chords, I couldn't stop myself from walking into a wall and almost busting my nose.
Fantastic. Must have been my rendition of Straighten Yourself Up Tall and Bump into the wall.
You know, you can almost make people do anything with those guitar arrangements of yours, huh?
Right on, Sideman. And this is going to be the gig of all gigs. My new #1 single.
Take over the world.
Oh my God, guys, this is terrible.
King Alex X.
These guys rated Captain
is welcomed by Lori, his former classmate.
This is really nice of you, Alex. I mean, coming all the way back to the States just to go to our high school reunion.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it, Lori. And besides, it'll give me a chance to see some really terrific rock. There's not very much of that back in Tarnborg, you know.
Did you catch that?
Tarnborg.
King Alex of Tarnborg, who has no accent and went to high school with Electra Woman, I guess.
Well, you know, that's why he doesn't have an accent.
Yeah, so he's an American, and then
American
he just
schooling.
became like king of a Scandinavian country.
Back in the day, many of the elite would send their children to America to get that generic American accent. So when they deal with global politics and things of that nature, they would seem less offensive. You know,
it's all coming together now.
Yes. Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, there could be an Iran-Iraq thing.
That does make sense.
Readout buzzer, huh? Crime Scope is picking up on something, huh?
This guy is always working in that cave, by the way.
Cannon is enough to make me swoon.
This, Judy, is the key of Tarnborg. Whoever possesses it rules.
Can you imagine what would happen if that fell into the wrong hands?
Young writers, I want you to realize the importance of foreshadowing, using this as an example. This is a perfect clinic in foreshadowing.
Right.
Alex, your room is upstairs on the right. Why don't you go ahead and unpack, and Judy and I will check out the rock concerts for you.
Thanks a lot, Larry. It'll just take me a minute.
Okay, good.
Oh. That's a great effect. The light.
Hello, Frank. Hi, Frank.
Yes, hello.
Nice and cheap.
I want you two to have this attachment for your electric comps. I hope you won't need it, but you see, I am concerned about the safety of your young King Alex. A lot of people would like to get their hands on the key of Tarnborg.
Now you run off to the hairdresser.
For you, your Royal Highness, a special invitation.
Thank you. An invitation? Who knows that I'm here?
That's an invitation, all right.
You are hereby commanded to attend a private rock concert especially for His Royal Highness. A command performance? Isn't that supposed to be the other way around?
It is imperative that we leave immediately. The concert starts promptly, without delay.
Now, this Electra vibe at full power can pulverize 10-ton boulders, knock down concrete walls. This small device can also be pinpointed on small objects. We'll just insert this in the Electra comp. And if you will, I want you to aim at that small glass there. Then punch up your basic program with a variable Z warp.
Oh, okay.
Now, keep your eye on the glass.
Very impressive, Professor.
Terrific.
Never gonna pay for
it has
drinks
a
again.
lot of impact.
The Royal High Dude is in for a concert he'll never forget. Courtesy of Glitter Rock.
Who was he talking to?
Have been invited to a rock concert.
It's a Shakespearean monologue.
Oh, okay.
One of the fringe benefits of being a king. See you later, Alex.
Invitation.
Glitter Rock. Frank,
Yes?
Glitter Rock has the king.
I'll get Crime Scope on search alert.
Like Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl.
Go back in the elevator. Go back down. No one notices they have coaches on their own.
Remote sensor scan has picked up a trail.
Put the electric car on direct drive and we're on our way.
They don't even have to drive the car.
So whoever has that key becomes the monarch of Torenborg.
You're going to have to take me back.
And he just wears it in the open. Oh, wow.
Your
Look at that.
Royal High Dude, you can't split now. The concert's just about to begin. Like now.
Oh, yeah.
And so the evil concert begins. And the young king of Torenborg finds the music of the diabolical Glitterock spellbinding.
The key, your Royal High Dude. The key, High Dude. The key.
With the king under his trance, Glitterock has struck the first blow in his diabolical plan to control the world.
Sure hope the curtain hasn't gone up yet.
Yeah, or could be curtains for King Alex.
Let's go. Hold it, Glitter Rock.
What a bummer. It's those hick chicks. Come on, Glitter Rock, let's split.
May I have the key, please?
Sure, Dinah girl. How about the key of C? Sorry, Super Chicks. That's the show for today.
Are you all right?
Electra Woman. Dyna-Girl,
He's okay. Let's go. Okay.
He knows who we are.
The key. The key of Torenborg, it's gone.
Let's just say Glitter Rock wasn't playing your song.
We'll explain as soon as we get back. Just stay put this time.
Right. Thank you, sensor scan.
Now let's get him.
Happy Saturday morning, kids.
Electra Woman, Dyna-Girl. What's happening? Your electro comps. You use your
freak
electro
out.
comps. Glitter Rock, Daddy boy, you got those chicks on a wild trip, right?
But it's only the first part of the gig. Now, I turn on the evil eye.
And when they trip the evil eye,
An ingenious trap, one that will leave a lasting impression on them.
Electra Woman, your electric comp is feeding back an alert. Stop!
Duck, Dyna-Girl. Sneaky. An electric eye.
Right. Wonder what it triggers.
I'm glad we didn't find out.
Electra Woman. Dyna-Girl.
Stop, King Alex.
What's wrong?
Electra Woman!
Unless I miss my guess, those things come in pairs.
The walls are moving.
Now, take it easy. Panic is one thing that's not going to help us now. I think there may be a way out of this trap.
Our new Electra vibe, right?
Right. It should shatter the wall.
We're not getting full power. There's something in those walls. Maybe we can identify the substance.
What is it, Prime Scope? We can't get any power. The walls, Prime Scope. What about the walls?
It's useless, Electra Chick. Your fantastic, terrific, far-out crime scope can't help you now. The walls are made of a special metal, glitteranium. My own formula, baby.
Glitter Rock, I command you to give me back my key.
The royal dude commands me to return his key. Far out!
Laugh while you can, Glitter Rock. Prime Scope will analyze your glitter alloy and get through it.
No way, Electra Chick. Those walls are gonna keep moving in and hit with a big bang. Music to my ear.
It looks like we're in for a tight squeeze.
You're going to be two very thin chicks and one very tall dude.
It appears that Glitter Rock has succeeded.
We'll be right back with part 2 of Electra Woman and Dyna-Girl.
Seems like they won. They won. They beat the big guy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see part 2 because I can't remember whether they got crushed to death between the walls or whether they escaped somehow. But I can't see how they would escape is the thing because they've never encountered that metal glitteranium before.
Right.
But this episode raises a lot of important questions. And I think the number one question is, why isn't Glitter Rock on every single TV show, including the news?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Seriously.
There isn't a TV show he would not perk up with his presence.
I mean, come on, man. Who is that actor? Do we know who that is?
Well, yeah, I found out a few things about him that I think we'll be able to cover later.
So he's actually
right before we get to the commercial break, I wanted to point this out. This is the tunnel that they raced the Electra car through.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that is the Griffith Park tunnel. That's also the entrance to Toontown.
And also the Back to the Future tunnel as well.
It was in Back to the Future 2 in the showdown scene between Biff's car and the hoverboard. So I'm sure that gets play in a lot of other movies. Those might be the two biggest, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So now, Skip, you have a commercial break for us, do you not?
I do, and I tried to find things because I knew that we were going to watch this show. I tried to find electric-related things, but what I was confounded with were all the toys where batteries are not included. So we have a couple of those, and I think you have to show it.
Go.
Here come the new demons. Shooting Iron, Transylvanian Express, Black Knight. Here come the screaming demons, tearing up the road. Shooting Iron, a gleaming demon, Transylvanian Express, the Bat, Black Knight, shine, quick and beautiful. Screaming demons, tearing up the road. Move with the screaming demons. Shooting Iron, Transylvanian Express, Black Knight, sold separately.
He's just riding a gun.
I don't remember those.
Yeah, I mean, and this is our show is sponsored by the Screaming Demons, according to George. So,
that's yeah.
You better remember them because it's our big sponsor.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. All right, here's another fun thing.
Air Devils, the planes that really fly. You gotta deliver a crate marked 0. You start your engine and take off from the Seaside Lab. There's the carrier deck. Drop her down for your final approach. Make a mistake and you crash. Perfect landing. You hand it over. Now, ready for catapult takeoff. You're up and heading for home. Carrier rendezvous mission accomplished by the Air Devils Power Squadron. Air Devils Carrier Rendezvous Adventure with aircraft carrier and a plane that flies. Air Devils.
I remember that horrible toy.
That one got past me too.
I had one,
like
but it was
ceiling fan.
It was awesome. I had one, but it was made by somebody else, and it was pretty awesome. But you plugged it in. They didn't have that. It was pretty cool.
You never got cut or decapitated or
yeah,
anything.
yeah. I'd always get my fingers kind of caught in it.
Yeah.
But here's one that all of you probably have the song in your DNA, and this one you plug in.
Yes.
Light Bright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light. Work with colorful pegs that glow with light. Light bulb not included. Make people, animals, things. And with refills, Bugs Bunny or Bozo the Clown. You can make lots of pretty pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.
Did you guys have Light Brights?
I did have Light Bright.
Never had one.
The licensing deal to get that horrible depiction of Bugs Bunny on that toy.
But that's 8-bit before there was 8-bit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of got us accustomed to the idea that these little tiny dots are actually
an image.
Got us ready for Nintendo.
Yeah. And I had 2 of them. Like I had one, and then I sold one in a yard sale, and then I got another one for Christmas. So
nice.
A relative. So there you go.
Did they buy it from you and re-gift it?
No, I don't think they did. And what was frustrating for me is like if you punch the hole wrong, that's it. You're done.
It's
You're
over.
screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have like a white hole, and it doesn't look like Bozo
You
anymore.
you could sometimes push the paper back, and
it's just
some electrical tape would fix it.
Yeah. All right. So in searching for commercials, I was looking for other things related to electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And I came across Ready Kilowatt. Do you guys remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Here is a live version of Ready Kilowatt appearing on a local kids show in Duluth, Minneapolis.
Wow.
Mr. Toots or Mr. Toot. Enjoy.
Okay.
Oh! Hi, Reddy. Boy, what a rain.
Ready is misspelled.
I'm just fixing a nice hot drink here for you.
Oh, good. Looks like it's about ready, too.
And Ready is a woman.
You know, it's stormy outside, and it's steamy inside. Say, Reddy, what is steam anyway? It kind of looks like smoke, but I know it isn't.
Steam is just water vapor. What you see here is really water in vapor form.
Well, I know where rain goes, but where does steam go?
It eventually finds its way up into the air and makes clouds. Someday this steam will probably be rain.
Huh? Reddy? That's just steaming away. How could it be rain when it's all gone?
Water is never all gone. It just moves around. It can be an ocean, then a cloud, then rain down into the river. But it's always there.
Well, if it's always there, how come rain is so clean? I think with all that moving around, it'd get awful dirty.
Nature cleans it, Mr. Toot. When you see water in a river, it's cleaning itself. And if we don't add anything bad, pretty soon it'll be nice, clean, fresh water.
All right, that's enough of them.
Okay.
All lies.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, hilarious part of it is it's a power company that paid to have that suit made and to have that appearance, and they're the ones who are doing the most to actually damage the water.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, I wish that somehow I could own that head.
Me too. Holy cow.
I'm trying to figure out how the mouth works. Is it just a hinge?
I really need to know. There's a lot of questions there, Tim. Like I'm going to go down quite a wormhole after this.
All right.
Thank you.
Is that it? Was that the last segment?
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
because Ready talks more about like the environment and about like clouds and rain.
Industrial espionage.
But it's all greenwashing basically. It's early greenwashing that basically
Bummer.
says, and that's why we're keeping the environment clean with the water. You know, not releasing sulfur dioxide into the air.
Not us.
Yeah. So when we last left Electra Woman and Dyna Girl and the deposed king of Torborgia, they were about to be crushed by glitteranium walls.
Just similar vibes to Black Panther. You know, he got ousted. There's vibranium. I just want to say there's some parallels there.
But I like this political system where whoever has the key automatically becomes the monarch of this nation, whether they're qualified or not, whether anyone likes it or not.
They're just asking for trouble.
Whoops. No, I didn't mean to have the opening credits yet again.
I could just watch the intro over and over and over again.
Yeah.
We're getting close to breaking down Glitter Rock's glitteranium formula.
I just have to comment on that. A 1970s mainframe is close to decoding the formula for a metal they just found out about a minute ago and that they don't have a sample of.
Computers.
Yeah,
Listen,
computer.
They're using the Dyna Ray.
Will we make it in time?
Talk about Electra tight. Now I know what a sardine feels like.
CrimeScope isn't getting us enough power. We've only got one chance to get out of here. If it works.
What is it?
Use the Electra vibes.
But they didn't work before.
On the walls, no. But what about right there?
Electra smart! The electric eye mechanism leads to the device that triggered the moving walls.
Right. And if we blast it, maybe, well, just maybe, we can stop the walls.
That sounds great, Electra Woman, but does your Electra comp have enough power?
Not mine alone. Dyna Girl?
Oh, I dig this gig, Glitter Rock. I dig it.
Sideman, my man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. After all, this is the final gig for the Electra Chicks and the Royal Dude.
We can just feed them more power. CrimeScope, more power.
Brace yourself.
Electra terrific! We made it!
Stop saying
And that
Electra!
was a tight squeeze.
Wow. Hey, Glitter Rock,
easy.
they're splitting.
Forget them, Sideman. I've got what I want. The precious key of Torenborg.
Oh, right, Glitter Rock. I mean, man, you are now a majesty, a real royal dude. I mean, you are the king of Torenborg. Now we can rip off that whole country.
What? Torenborg? Like I don't need Torenborg, Sideman.
Like, huh?
With this and my super terrific far-out guitar, I'll be head honcho of the entire world.
I'm not following his logic.
King Alex is safely back at Lori's house.
Have you managed to relocate Glitter Rock?
Well, CrimeScope is working on it, but there's only one sample of teronium in this country.
The crystal and the key of Torenborg.
Correct, Dyna Girl. CrimeScope has picked up some energy impulses.
The abandoned theater. Well, he never left. I wonder why. Come on, Dyna Girl. Intermission is over.
Gotta go right back to the damn thing flying to interview.
There's a better view.
One thing puzzles me, Dyna Girl. What's that? What Glitter Rock has.
You know what it costs to really shoot on a suburban street?
Nothing. Just drive down the street.
Hey, Glitter Rock, if that teronium rock is so important to you, I mean, what did you do with it?
Like I put it where it's going to do me the most good. Cast your tired old orbs on this side, man.
Hey, far out, Glitter Rock. But what kind of trip is this, man?
What kind of trip is this, man? This is a space trip. We are about to launch a satellite.
Like a what?
Whatever
enough
he's
going
up to,
on in this
I
episode.
only
Look,
hope
and now they're
we're
driving
in
down the street.
time.
What does that got to do with the teronium thing, huh?
The teronium thing has got the most incredible energy kick in the entire world.
We know where all the budget went on this show.
To launch
This
my
set.
satellite.
Yeah?
That way,
Costumes.
I can beam down fantastic music and put a spell over the entire world like this.
Hey, all right, Glitter Rock! That's great! I mean, the whole world, ours to rip off!
Now you've got it, Sideman. And when it's like 60 and counting, down. 60!
60!
59!
And so the villainous duo prepare to launch their satellite.
How does the key of Torenborg help
Can
them do
Electra
this?
Woman and Dyna
Why are they
Girl
doing a
stop
very
them
long
in time?
I gotta say, if you could pause it.
Yeah.
Like, Glitter Rock needs to communicate more with his second.
Because he got a
command.
lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions. He hasn't really completely vetted his strategy, and he's going to need a lot of support and help if he's going to take over the world.
He needs a bigger support staff than the side man.
And that guy is really just not.
He's launching a satellite. He just has one other guy.
And that guy doesn't quite know what he's doing.
Well, he's a genius. He's a metallurgist. He's a dictator, tyrant, and he's a brilliant enough guitarist to hypnotize people. So he knows things.
Just running. I mean, he's going to take on so much. I mean, he's going to have a horrible ulcer.
He's
And
running.
it's
He wants
gonna be
his
a big
plan.
problem.
If he actually wins this and runs the world, it's just gonna be too much.
Yeah, but a guy who can hypnotize people with his guitar playing should have more henchmen by now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
I have a feeling I've seen the show before.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
36, 35, 34.
Hey, Glitter Rock!
It's cool, Sideman. I'll just give them one of my fantastic private concerts.
I just gotta help get that key to Torenborg back.
What was he doing?
Hey, welcome to my special performance. The first number is called You're Mine, All Mine, and Never Again Will You See the Sun Shine. That's it, Electra chicks. Step up to the ladder. Step up, but don't slip. Because you're about to go on a real heavy trip.
Can't snap them out of Glitter Rock's trance. Come on, Crime Scope, do your job. Come on.
Right on, Electra chicks. You're doing terrific. Just don't look down. Unless you want to. Nothing to worry about, right? Just sway to the music.
I'm getting hypnotized, guys. Help me, guys.
Hey, Glitter Rock, they're snapping out of it.
No way, Sideman. I've changed my chord progression just enough to let them know they're in big trouble. They'll never snap out of it in time.
Hold on! Hey, Glitter Rock, there they go.
Electra degravitate.
Oh.
It was Glitter Rock's weird music. You were under a spell.
Electra, wow. If his stuff ever makes it to the top 40, we're all in big trouble.
Well, what are you doing here? And how did you...
Electra Woman, Dyna Girl.
Yeah, we're okay.
Good. Okay, now we're receiving a series of telemetered energy impulses. Almost as if the crystal was surrounded by some sort of space hardware.
Electra, wow. You don't think...
No time to think. We've got to find him. Activate your sensor scan. And you stay put.
No, I've got to go with you this time. It's my own duty to my own country.
I think we should be a little bit more concerned about the entire world. Oh, all right, come on.
Hurry, Glitter Rock, hurry, man. They're heading right to the pad.
Let them come. 6, 5, 4. They'll never catch me now. 3, 2.
Hold it, Glitter Rock.
Hey. Electra, terrific.
Too late, Electra chicks. 1. It's too late! It's too It's too late! It's too late! It's too Hey, fans, it's time for a news flash. My teronium-powered satellite is about to put the entire world under Glitter Rock's control!
Like terrific, Glitter Rock. I mean, talk about making it to the top of the charts. You're gonna make it to the top of the world!
Not if we can stop that satellite before it goes into orbit. King Alex, you stay here. Keep Dyna Girl's Electrocom trained on those two sour notes. Let's go.
You know how to use it, right?
Royal pleasure.
Doesn't he have diplomatic immunity as the new monarch of Torenborg?
He could murder them.
Are we going to make it in time, Electra Woman?
I don't know, Dyna Girl. The teronium is forcing the satellite into the stratosphere.
Why didn't they fly before?
Frank, we're in trouble. We're not
Certainly
gaining
gotta
on
be faster
it.
than
We
driving
need a
through
trajectory
LA.
intercept program.
Fuel costs.
You've got it. We're putting you on Super Electra Boost.
That's about all we can do. I hope we make it before it's too late.
Super Electra Boost activating.
There it is. It's going into orbit.
Come on, Electroplane. Just a little bit closer and we'll be able to use the Electrovives.
Don't overload on this crime scope. Don't overload.
It just went into orbit.
We can't wait any longer.
Hey, Will, stand by for my far-out rendition of...
Sorry, Glitter Rock, but this is one song that will never be a golden oldie.
With the teronium crystal replaced, young Alex has had the key of Torenborg put on permanent display at the National Museum and called for the country's first democratic elections to elect that country's leaders.
Democracy.
That's an excellent story, girls.
Thank you, Frank. And we made sure that Glitter Rock and Sideman got their complimentary copies at the state prison.
Hey, that reminds me, Frank. I want you to know I didn't forget.
Forget what?
I promised you a picture of Glitter Rock.
Will this do?
That certainly will do. That certainly will do.
Electra terrific.
And there you go.
Wow.
That's and that's the Glitter Rock story, and like two other ladies or something were in it.
He got his come up.
I think Alex knew about the key because he stole the key himself.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's how you get it.
I think that he was a male hustler, and he somehow was in the Mediterranean and came across the king of Torenborg, whatever. And
that's why no accent, because he stole it from the real king.
He stole it from the real king.
It makes sense. Yeah.
So,
I'd like to know about what the definitions of inner jams are.
Yeah. So that was John Mark Robinson playing Glitter Rock. I've done some acting. I honestly can't tell if he's an absurdly over-the-top hammy actor or whether he's actually pretty good, but it's too bad about everything else on the show.
Right.
Being so stupid. He might be a good Shakespearean actor on the stage.
Is he? He was on other show. I've seen him before. He's on other.
You have? Well, I put together his acting is not. This is how he looks normally.
Right.
And he is not related to Jay Robinson, who played Dr. Shrinker. He did the
unlucky
math.
for him.
And unfortunately, yeah, he had a few parts here and there, but he really has been more successful as a director. If you want to check out what he's directed, there's some episodes of Martha Stewart Living, and these three movies: Roadhouse 66, Kid with C. Thomas Howell, and All Tied Up.
These are classics.
Yeah. Are they?
Classic Walmart dollar movies.
I guess so. And if you really want to see anything else he's done, you pretty much have to go to the music videos that he also directed, including Sweetheart Like You by Bob Dylan.
Director Glitter Rock, I like that.
Redemption Song by Bob Marley.
Wow.
Rock and Roll High School by the Ramones. The video for the song rather than the film, of course.
Wow.
And also What's Love Got to Do with It by Tina Turner.
Are you kidding me?
These 4 videos were directed by Glitter Rock.
Wow.
So
no wonder they're so awesome.
So he really did make his mark on the rock and roll industry. Clearly, these are all rock and roll legends. I think they said when it was time to make a video, get me someone who is synonymous with the rock and roll experience.
We want somebody who can be at the level of a Tina Turner, a Bob Marley.
Right.
Yeah, well, John Landis is available, and he directed Thriller.
No.
Get me Glitter Rock.
I need a guy with a green afro. You got one of those?
But of course, on this show, he'll always be Glitter Rock.
Well, that's impressive resume. That's very
exactly.
Impressive.
I was shocked, but his footprint on culture is a long one. Yeah. Although it was only a couple of years ago that glitteranium was finally added to the periodic table.
Wait a minute.
What? Now you're getting you take 10 seconds and then you get skeptical of I'm not too sure that really does exist. But
I remember this was in the Scientific Weekly.
Yeah, yes. It was reported
he was on the
in
cover.
Press,
Glitter Rock was on the cover of that.
Yeah. And he won the Nobel, of course, which he used to fuel another spacecraft, and it was another disaster. So I was ready for the quiz.
All right.
You ready?
Well,
okay.
Get ready to look stupid on YouTube.
As usual. And this time, just as an arbitrary theme, I picked ads of the 70s, commercials, TV commercials of the 70s, not all aimed at kids, but ones we undoubtedly saw. Because we watched a lot of adult TV too. I think this one is going to be pretty easy for you guys for number 1. Let's just see how easy this is. Question 1. The adult version of Kool-Aid Man was a bull that would rampage through commercials for what beverage?
Schlitz malt liquor.
Schlitz malt liquor.
I had a feeling you would get that.
The good stuff.
That was super. Okay. And of course, from here, they only get harder.
No.
Q2. What now defunct margarine brand had the "It's Not Nice to Fool Mother Nature" commercials?
Was it Parquet? Not Blue Bonnet.
I would guess they still make Parquet, but
they still make Blue Bonnet, right?
It's Char something. It's
yeah.
I feel like it's not Charmin because that's
no. I can give you a hint.
All right.
Yeah.
If it tastes like butter, but it's not,
it's chiffon.
It is chiffon. There you go.
That's what it was.
It's booger snot. Oh,
yeah. It's snot. Yes.
The jingles just stick in our heads.
I remember that woman.
Yeah. She controlled the weather. Well, because she's Mother Nature.
I remember Blue Bonnet because everything with Blue Bonnet tastes good, better with Blue Bonnet on it.
With Blue Bonnet on it.
On it, yeah.
Brilliant use of internal rhyme. Okay. Let's see how you do on Q3. Match the soft gum brand to their 1970s ad campaign. On the left, we got Bubblicious, Bubble Yum, Hubba Bubba. Match those to a cowboy who is so tough that gum does not stick to him. Psychedelic rotoscoped flight sequences evoking the art of Mobius. And a puppet who tries to steal the gum, usually successfully.
All right, I'm going to give this a whirl. The psychedelic rotoscope flight sequences are the Bubblicious. The cowboy who is so tough that the gum does not stick to him. I'm gonna say Hubba Bubba.
I agree.
Okay.
And then we'll go with the puppet with Bubble Yum
for the puppet.
All
3
great.
for 3.
Yeah, there you go.
We had the Gum Fighter in a series of brilliant satires of John Ford westerns for Hubba Bubba. Yeah. The ultimate bubble, of course, was Bubblicious, and The logo is covering up the name of the puppet, which was the Flavor Fiend.
I like him.
He looked a lot like a monster Muppet with eye holes cut in his hat. And
that's half the stuff I make.
Yeah.
Well, these are all great gums, by the way. They're great bubble gums.
I don't know if I could tell them apart in a blind taste test, but
I could not. Well,
Bubblicious usually had the more exciting flavors like chocolate mint and stuff.
Well, and the great thing is that this is the beginning of that soft bubblegum era.
Because the Bazooka Joe era was
it was like
Bazooka, the Bazooka Joe and the trading card
Bazooka
gum
and Hubba Bubba, I mean, it took 10 minutes.
And these had more flavor. They had flavor for longer.
I didn't time them or anything, but
they did. They lasted a lot longer.
You know, like the other like penny candy kind, they would last for about 4 seconds. You know.
Yeah. Question 4: which of these products was not sold by Ronco or K-Tel?
Okay.
Ginsu knives, Mr. Microphone, Pocket Fisherman.
Okay, so K-Tel is which is not sold by Ronco.
I know. I had to include both Ronco and K-Tel because there was a lot of crossover because Ronco supplied K-Tel in many.
Okay.
So I just had to combine it so it wouldn't be too hard.
I'll say the Ginsu knives just to say.
I agree. It's Ginsu knives. Yep.
Really? Okay. Well, in fact, Ginsu knives were made by Ginsu Products.
Yeah, I kind of thought that. Yeah.
Made by.
Very good. But on the Mr. Microphone ad, I often wonder if that woman is still standing there waiting for those jackasses to finish their errands.
And pick her up. Come back and pick you
They
up.
said they'd come back.
Hey, good looking.
Yeah. Question 5. Besides Quisp, Quake, and the Monster cereals, name any other pair of cereals with openly feuding mascots.
Okay.
I could only come up with one. There may be others, but
this is good. This is really
tough.
good.
It's pretty tough.
Really good. Feuding mascots.
So they represent different cereals. So the two cereals.
So Fred and Barney wouldn't really count because that's a cereal-related ongoing dispute between them. But
I would say Captain Crunch and John LaFoot for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I did think of that. I haven't seen the commercials in forever. It's not the one I'm thinking of, but that might qualify. Do they get into an argument about whose cereal is better?
Well, John LaFoot was always like stealing this, trying to steal the cereal, kidnapping the captain.
I mean, you could call that openly feuding.
Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking of.
What do you got?
World War I Flying Ace cereals.
Yes, these are two cereals.
Baron von Redberry and Sir Grapefellow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing them on the shelf.
I've only seen them on the internet. Yeah.
General Mills, man, what is going on over there?
Well, they must have had a big hit with, Quisp and Quake was Quaker.
Right.
But, the Monster cereals were no doubt a huge breakthrough hit for them. So they kept trying.
I would try a bowl of Sir Grapefellow.
Could be good. Okay, now for the 6th and final question. I cheated a little on this because my research indicates that this commercial started in 1980. But I'm being upfront about that and including it anyway because I think it's a difficult but excellent measurer of people's pop culture memory.
And also, let's say right now, no letters. We don't want to hear any letters from anybody, any notes about.
Yeah, I'm admitting this up front,
right
so
now,
you're not informing us of anything.
Yeah, you're not letting us know anything. Smart people.
Question 6. What was the specific metric of success in which Slim Whitman surpassed both Elvis and the Beatles?
Oh my gosh.
It was gold records? How many gold records he had? Is that what we're talking about?
Is that your guess?
I think it's records sold.
Number of records sold more than Elvis or the Beatles.
Well, did he surpass it at a time, or are we talking about of all time?
Well, it was certainly true in 1980.
Okay. I think he had.
I remember that claim, but I can't remember specifically what it was. It was like number of something.
He had like the biggest selling single of all time.
It was, but was it in the UK? Like the biggest number of things in the UK?
It was a UK specific record. Very good.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
It's in there.
In fact, we
rattling around in there. I can kind of get it. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, you're still going for it?
I just think it's like number of gold records in the UK, but
that's a good guess.
Number of number one records in the UK.
Okay, well, those are good guesses. Let's watch the clip.
Biggest side.
This international recording star had the #1 record in England for more weeks than any singer in history, even Elvis and the Beatles.
The #1 record for more weeks. And I think what they're referring to, his 1955 recording of Rosemary held the #1 spot in England for 11 weeks. And I'm guessing they mean no specific single. No one single by Elvis or the Beatles was #1 for that long. Because cumulatively, they've got to have more.
And you can't trust them because they
slots.
boil their food. I mean,
yeah.
Plus, his voice destroys aliens in Mars.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
true.
After that, it must have been around for months.
And he lived to like 90, 95 years old or something. That's more than Elvis or the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
That's the record he broke.
Exactly. So that's everything I brought. Did we learn any lessons?
Yeah,
no, we never learned any lessons.
We forgot 3 important lessons because of that show.
Yeah,
but
I forgot my address because of this show.
I can't
I
remember
gotta find
what
out
I
about
had
this
for breakfast.
But that song though, the Electra Woman and Dyna Girl song, intro song, it's in there. It's in my head. It's crazy.
Yeah, what's the name of the Jackson 5 song that it's a ripoff of?
Dance Machine.
Oh,
Dance
okay.
Machine.
All right.
I won't sing Dance Machine, but everybody at home go listen to Dance Machine and then listen to Electric Woman, and you're like, holy shit, nobody got sued for this.
So until we go down into the mines for another absolutely 70s show, I guess that's it for us. And drinks in hand, gentlemen, until we meet next time. Darn,
it's the end.